Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after a little bit of a hiatus, and it's time now for IHF Aperture episode number 2, live from Kino de Toten here in St. Louis, Missouri. We have quite a card for you, and of course, like always, James Page here, you know the drill, man, ringmaster, global hero, the voice of the IHF, and the second best commentator in Premier Wrestling Network. I'll let you figure out who the first is. But I'm not here to brag about myself or to throw shots at the fools over at Paramount. I'm here to present to you an amazing card here on IHF Aperture. Ruby Skylar, Lee Ray, IHF World Heavyweight Championship Tournament in the opening contest. Ruby Skylar have been Premier Girl for years now, and Lee Ray have been Second City Dojo Girl for years now. These are two of the best wrestlers in the world. They will be competing in this World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Two former world champions. Ruby Skylar, of course, the former NGX World Champion here on Premier. Lee Ray, a former Second City Dojo World Champion. Then, in our secondary match of the night, Junior Heavyweight Championship Tournament qualifying match. There's only two tournament qualifiers. There will be Lorelei Daniels, the submission sanguinaire of St. Louis, Missouri, of Chicago, Illinois, rather, against Kaz Zakaria, the high flyer from Rosemont, Illinois. It's a battle of Northern Illinois here in St. Louis. The submission sanguinaire and Kaz Zakaria, and then in our main event, IHF World Championship Tournament on the line. First round match, the final one. Gary Ewell, the Royal Assassin, reignites her long-standing rivalry with Fan Liang Kim, the fifth immortal. These two have battled each other pretty much in every horizon possible. 3 stages of hell, last man standing. They battled in Fall Count Anywhere, in a street fight. Everything you could want, they've been through with each other, and they're going to go through it again, but this time, for the first time ever, a title is on the line. The opportunity to advance and become the first IHF World Champion. Of course, though, we are also going to be hearing right now from Maya Takeda. She was the IHF Pure Champion last time we were here on Premiere. But you may notice the belt's different. It's red now. There's a red strap. It's a different title. The IHF National Openweight Championship had been instated in place of the Pure title. This decision was made by Kara about a week ago. And that is due to the fact that a lot of the wrestlers on the roster came to her and agreed that the special rules set was in favor of specific types of wrestlers. The shoot fighters, the submission wrestlers, people like Maya Takeda, Emily Gray, and so many others on the roster. They came together and decided to scrap the Pure Rules title. This National Openweight title took in place. It's very similar. You have to defend it 5 times to get a junior title match. That's 5 in a row. 7 in a row will get you a world title match. And Maya Takeda, who currently holds it, has requested this time to come out here now. I don't know what for. I know she was talking earlier about Premiere and wanting to wrestle on Premiere. I'm not sure what that's about, but we're about to find out. I am the best wrestler on this roster. It doesn't matter if it's PWN, NIRATIAS, or Paramount. I am the best one there is. And as your National Openweight Champion, I want to put out a challenge for Primetime Live Chicago. I want anyone in the back face me for my title. Well, Maya Takeda's never been one to mince words or take too long to say what she feels. And it looks like she's not going to have to wait too long to see what someone else feel. Catherine Venus, the Space Cat, beloved NIRATIAS star, protector, and a mother figure of sorts to the Skybound Kid. Catherine Venus making her way to the ring. We'll see what she has to say about this. Ever since your little sister Hinata went on break, you've been nothing but a little brat. Maya, at Primetime Live Chicago, I accept your open challenge. And I will rip that title away from you. Because you don't have what it takes to beat me. You are a fool. A woman who thinks that she is a cat from space. You are a joke. In fact, your head is so far up Skybound Kid's ass you probably can't even hear me. So I'm going to say this loud and clear. I am going to choke you out in front of everyone you love and everyone you know at Primetime Live Chicago. And I will be leaving with my world title. Maya Takeda making her intention very clear there. Referring to the National Openweight title as her world title. That is confident that she will make the 7 defenses in a row needed to get the World Championship match. And Catherine Venus, you know, posing for the crowd. Always loves the photo ops with the fans and Catherine Venus, her music playing in the background. And Maya Takeda, guess accepted the challenge, or laid down the challenge, and then accepted it. Either way, Maya Takeda, Catherine Venus, Primetime Live Chicago. We don't have a date on that show yet, but we know it's going to happen soon, and we know that that openweight title match will be part of that card. As we now get ready for our first match of the night, Lee Ray and Gary O'Yule. Or Lee Ray and Ruby Schuyler, rather, sorry. There ain't a lot of girls in NIRATIAS that have the pop music, attention music, but Ruby Schuyler's one of them, and here she comes. Ruby Schuyler have been incredibly popular for years now. Pretty much in a premier girl, even so far as having Memories Never Die tattooed on her side in the premier logo style. Ruby Schuyler got quite a challenge ahead of her here. She's hoping to regain a world title. She was NAWA first world champion. She wants to be Premier first world champion. And here comes the railgun, the number one thing standing between Lee Ray and that world title. May very well be Lee Ray from China. She represents NIRATIAS as well. She's been all over the world. She's wrestled in Ignite Pro Wrestling. She's wrestled in Second City Dojo. So many different promotions. However, this is her first time ever on the Premier Network, I believe. She was very close to winning the NAWA World title in a fatal four-way that also featured Mei Fong Song, Evie Harris, who has already advanced in the tournament, and the woman across from her, Ruby Schuyler, who ended up winning that tournament. Came down to these two. The future came into fold back in November of 2020 when Lee Ray and Ruby Schuyler battled for the NAWA World title. And now they are battling again here in July of 2022 to be the first NIRATIAS World Champions. We're already off to a hot start. Lee Ray with a moonsault off the bottom rope. Lee now with one off the middle rope, perhaps looking to complete the trifecta and ode to Super Crazy of ECW fame. Moonsault off the top into the cover now. Lee Ray may have already put this away. No, only a 1 count. Ruby Skyler far too resilient to be put away by a moonsault in the opening minute of the match. Ruby Skyler proving that she loves to go the distance. And a big scorpion kick there from Ruby Skyler. Skyler gone the distance several times with some of the best in the world. See Lee Ray dodging that kick there from Ruby. And a Hurricane Rana from Lee Ray. Holds onto the legs. 1, no. Lee Ray now going up to the top rope. Lee Ray off the top. Crossbody missed. Just ate the canvas. That brand new canvas. First time it's being used in NIRATIAS. First time it's ever even been on a ring. As Lee Ray now taking Ruby Skyler down. Ruby now rolls her up, playing possum. 1. No. Only a 1 count. These two have been trading 1 count so far. As both of these competitors, like everyone else in the World Championship Tournament, former world champions. As Lee Ray with a DDT there, only gets the 1 count again. Ruby Skyler not grabbing the ropes. Using the kick out instead. It was a rough camera angle, couldn't tell. Maybe Lee Ray had the arm trap. She couldn't grab the ropes, forcing Ruby to kick out. Ruby has a significant size advantage over Lee Ray, but that made no difference there. And a standing shooting star, but the knees up from Ruby Skyler. Ruby Skyler was in GX's last world champion on Primetime Live recently. You saw her, Ashley Hart, and Evie Harris have something of a town hall together with their former premier world titles. They will be wrestling at PWN's first pay-per-view redemption for the unified PWN Women's Champion to crown that NAWA, of course, the final triple crown of NIRATIAS, or of PWN, and NIRATIAS now looking to pick up where they left off as Ruby Skyler all over Lee Ray. As of late, only a 1 count, almost a 2 count there. Lee Ray still has a lot left in her. It's Ruby off the ropes into a senton. You'll notice a lot of 1 counts in NIRATIAS. That is because a lot of NIRATIAS wrestlers, they don't want to risk that kick out at 2. Unless they physically can't kick out at 2. They don't want to waste any breath. They want to get right back on the offense. You know, in MMA, when you get put in a submission, you don't wait for it. You just get out of it. And it's the same with the pins here in NIRATIAS. I know it's a rare thing in professional wrestling. It's almost unheard of. But Lee Ray, again with the super crazy moonsaults. This time, still only a 1 count. The super crazy moonsault from Lee Ray. I wonder, would that make Ruby Skyler Tajiri? See, let's have the kicks. Let's have a athletic offense to fight her size. You know, big hurricane run off the top into a 2 count by Lee Ray. I believe that one of the very few 2 counts in the match so far. Misses that kick, getting the second one. Lee Ray knocking Ruby face first into the orange rope. 2. No. We were talking to Kara earlier, and Kara said that the reason that she changed the ropes from what they were before to what they are now is much better on the eyes. 2, make it easier to see what's happening in the ring. And we have these new cameras from PWN. So if you notice the picture quality a little bit different than Aperture 1, that's why. The blue and orange denoting not just the Aperture color, but orange corner, blue corner. That'll mainly come into play in title matches, and the champion will be out of the blue corner every single time. We right a big spin kick from Ruby Skylar. She used to call that the shadow step. I'm not sure what she calls that now. But whatever it was, she just decked Lee Ray with it. Lee catching the foot. I think Ruby may have been setting up to go for perhaps some degree of the Skyfall, the GTS. Ruby and Lee now trading strikes. Lee now Boston Crab on Ruby Skylar, but Ruby in the ropes. Unfortunate ring positioning for Lee Ray there. As Lee keep trying to bait Ruby into swinging at her, and it's not working. Big girl senton from Ruby Skylar. Another kick to the leg. Now the Kawada kicks. There's anyone with some danger kicks. It is Ruby Skylar. And Lee right now all over her. Lee, who knows what Lee Ray could be going for here? Perhaps another Hurricane Rana? Cross body. What's he going for? Hurricane Rana. Connect with it. And standing shooting star from Lee Ray. Lee Ray all over the bigger opponent right now. And Lee Ray just swinging away at Ruby Skylar, and these two trading in the middle of the ring. Lee chirps her down now into the Boston Crab, further away from the rope this time. Can Ruby Skylar drag herself to the ropes? She's trying. And Ruby now muscles her way out. That size advantage again that Ruby has over Lee Ray. Pop a big kick. Gave her one back from earlier. And there's the heel kick again. And Ruby now, I think Lee is completely out of it. And Lee Ray up. GTS. That is the Skyfall. The railgun have been decommissioned courtesy of Premier Girl Ruby Skylar. And Ruby will be moving on now into the next round. Ruby Skylar, incredible performance with Lee Ray there. Lee Ray almost had this match won it a few times, just couldn't fire off the railgun, which would have ended this match. Guaranteed. Ruby Skylar has advanced onto the tournament, and I can tell you now that Ruby will be wrestling Blake Thorne this coming, well, next week, next Friday, for the IHF World Championship Tournament. And it promises to be a good one. Ruby Skylar has advanced. And of course, we still have one more person left to advance tonight. Oh, will it be Gary O'Yule or Fenley and Kim? It could be anything early. That can be a hell of a match. We cannot wait to see how this one goes down. But up next, Aperture Champion Junior Heavyweight Championship, Orlai Daniel, Kaz Zakaria. That will be up next. The submission segment there looks to ground the high flyer, originally representing Turkey, Kaz Zakaria. That is up next. We're about to go into commercial breaks now. When we come back from commercial break, we will have that match as well as Shannon Carmichael backstage with Fanley and Kim to get her thoughts on the main event. So this is James Page, and please stay tuned to IHF Aperture and NIRATIAS. We will be right back in just 90 seconds. Stay tuned, everyone. It will not take long.
Burn up the track in this summer's hottest movie, Days of Thunder.
Win a version of the Mellow Yellow Days of Thunder Lumina. Register at Barrett Chevrolet and listen to KQRS for details.
Many professionals reach for the smooth taste of Mellow Yellow.
Woo, baby! Mellow Yellow, the taste that beats Mountain Dew.
And now, Mellow Yellow has pictures and all the facts on your favorite NWA wrestlers. Ric Flair, Sting, the Road Warriors,
And even my pretty face.
head to your favorite store and collect all 12.
Woo! Take it from Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Make the Mellow Yellow move.
America with Chuck E. Cheese. You can smile, America with Chuck E. Cheese. Food and games and all kinds of features. For a taste of pizza and theater. You can smile, America. Smile, America. You can smile, America with Chuck E. Cheese.
Hello everyone, of course. Shannon Carmichael here backstage. Thank you, Jane Page, for the welcoming introduction before we went to commercial break. And as Jane Page said, we are, of course, backstage here with Finley and Kim, who's just off camera. And coming up in tonight's main event, she will be wrestling Gary O'Gule for a shot at the world title. So, Fan, you and Gariel have been through hell with each other. You've been through 3 stages of hell. You've been through Fall Count Anywhere. You've been through street fights in Japan. Tonight is the first time you two are fighting for a world title. I needed to know, how do you feel going into this match? Do you think you can go far enough to defeat Gary O'Gule? I always fear not going far enough. Gary O'Gule brings me such joy when I kick her across the face. And I think her head is too clouded up with love, with Z, to even be focused on me tonight. Tonight, I am going to take her head off in front of those she loves. And I cannot wait to be world champion. Very cold words from the cold Finley and Kim. We'll have to wait and see. As here in a moment, we're about to go down to the ring for the IHF Junior Heavyweight title match. It's Lorelei Daniels and Kaz Zakaria. 2 incredible athletes meeting for the first time ever for a shot at the Junior Heavyweight title. And we are now going to go to the ring. Finley and Kim, and cold and confident as she ever have been. But now we are going into IHF Junior World Championship territory. Lorelei Daniels. Lorelei Daniels, once upon a time IPW's first and only Revolution World Champion. Tonight, has the opportunity to win another Junior World title, and that is here in IHF. She just had to get through one of the most underrated stars in NIRATIAS. That being the high flyer from Turkey, Kaz Zakaria. Kaz Zakaria on her way to the ring now. She had been very, very underrated for a very long time, in my opinion. She's one of the best wrestlers on this roster, but doesn't get a lot of recognition for it. Maybe tonight she can show the world why a lot of people feel the way that I do against Lorelai Daniels here. Kaz Zakaria, this is her second appearance on Premiere. She was here against Ruby Skylar a couple weeks ago for Primetime Live. And Kaz Zakaria, while she came up short in that match, I think made believers out of a lot of people. Now it's time for her to make believers out of even more. As she is up against Lorelai Daniels, as now the match has begun. Lorelai throwing Kaz down by the neck and an elbow to the top of the head. There's nobody more brutally efficient in professional wrestling than Lorelai Daniels. Lorelai Daniels, a second-generation wrestler. Both of her parents were wrestlers. Here in NIRATIAS, in fact. Her mother, Lilith Daniels, was the first ever women's champion 13 years ago. Here for NIRATIAS. Won it in a garage, really. In downtown Chicago in about 130-degree heat inside the building. In a hardcore match. And her father, well, she doesn't really claim him, but rest assured that he was also a wrestler here with good success. Lorelai, big clothesline there. Now Lorelai pulling Kaz back into that triangle choke. Kaz escaped it a moment ago. Lorelai trying to lock it in again, but Kaz slamming her way out of it. Lorelai with the Bret Hart inspired gear, big neck breaker there. Definitely believes herself to be an excellence of execution. Does the submission Saguanair. Lorelai with a kick to the back. And now, and Kaz up. Perhaps was looking for a gutbuster there. Reverse DDT out of it by Zakaria, though. Kaz Zakaria going up to the top rope now. Lorelai went to cut her off, but couldn't. Big drop kick off the top rope from Kaz, and now Zakaria rolling thunder into the cover now. 1, 2. Oh, no, not 2. Not quite a 2. It's almost a 2. Kaz Zakaria now up to the middle rope. On the deadlock rope. Or Brett's rope, whatever you want to call it. Lorelai with a big right hand there when Kaz tried the sunset flip. And follow-away slam with the bridge. Beautifully done there by Lorelai Daniels. Lorelai, very much a student of the game, grew up in a wrestling ring, basically. Both figuratively with her wrestling experience and literally with her age. Kicked out the leg into a lung blower out of the corner. I believe Kaz Zakaria got hit with that exact move from Ruby Skylar. Very nearly a 3 count there. Oh, Kaz firing right back up at Ruby Skylar now. Chops. Chop, more chop. Low kick again. Low kick on the other side. Chops and teeing off on Lorelai Daniel. Big gaming Gurry there against the ropes. Kaz Zakaria now with a knee drop to the wrist. Big drop, right hand kick. And a Spanish fly on the crest. Only a 1 count though. And tornado kick. 1, 2, 2 count only for Kaz Zakaria. Lorelai Daniel very nearly losing it there. Popped up into a Frankensteiner. Kaz Zakaria perhaps could be looking. Now, oh, misses. the leg drop. Kaz Zakaria, her specialty move, the finisher off the top. The Pillars of Autumn. It's a diving code breaker. Disgusting tiger driver there. From Lorelai Daniels. And takes Kaz down with authority. These two similar in height, similar in size, similar in weight. Nowhere near similar in wrestling style. Now kick. Overhead kick. Baited her into a pump forearm. Lorelai Daniels now goes under and again take Kaz down. Dead center of the ring. Lorelai has been grinding the hell out of Kaz Zakaria here. Beautiful suplex. Southern Lights from Lorelai Daniels. 2. Very nearly gets the fall there. As Lorelai now big left forearm there. Hang cat out to the outside and axe handle to the back of the neck. Man jumping straight to the back of the head. Lorelai now up top. Big splash off the top. Lorelai not usually a high flyer, but had no problem going up top for that one. Only a 2 count, however. Against Kaz Zakaria. Now Kaz fighting back, egg kick, step kick, another kick, roundhouse kick. All sorts of kick from Kaz Zakaria tonight, taking Lorelai Daniels down, and perhaps it's time now she's feeling Pillar of Autumn. Lorelai moves! Moved away from it, now Lorelai. Oh, Dragon Sleeper, she got it locked in. Lorelai Daniels. Attack, submit, defend. And that is the mantra, and that is the end. Lorelai Daniels defeating Kaz Zakaria with the Bloodsucker. That Dragon Sleeper, absolutely disgusting maneuver. Lorelai can hit all sorts of Dragon Sleepers like that, all sorts of positions. However she really wanted to. The incredible finish. Once upon a time known as the Bloodsucker. Lorelai given it numerous names over the years. But the result always stays the same, and that is Lorelai Daniels gets the win with it. The Bloodsucker, the Leech. Whatever you want to call it. And that Dragon Sleeper sends Lorelai Daniels directly to Storm Warning coming up. And that is for the Junior Heavyweight title. The next Junior title match will be on episode 4. It'll be Nikki Serenity and Taylor Moon participating to see who will get that. But up first, our main event. Gabriel Yule and Fenley and Kim, a rivalry reborn. It started over 2 years ago. It ended on NIRATIAS or NAWA first championship event. That being NAWA Reincarnation, now have been reignited here for a shot at the world title. Stay tuned after the commercial break. We will have that match as well as Angela Forrester backstage with Gabriel Yule, the Royal Assassin. Stay tuned after the commercial break. 90 seconds.
Baby, let me take you where the action is hot. Action, action, rock. We can ride the excitement and feel the park rock. Action, action, rock. The action never stops at Action Park.
a great place for the family this summer? Well, Action Park has 75 of the wildest, wettest family rides in the world just minutes away.
The action never stops at Action Park.
Great tasting Chef Boyardee Big Beefaroni. Open up a can for yourself. Thousands of moves. One intense experience. WWF Raw. The game has arrived. WWF Raw, the video game. Who's gonna survive this? Rated T for T.
And James Page said, I am back here with Gary O'Ule before tonight's main event. I know she's been focused all day, shadow boxing and getting ready for perhaps the biggest challenge of her life. And that is, if she can defeat Finley and Kim one more time. So Gary, please come forward. Gary O'Ule, the record with Finley and Kim is an interesting one. You lost to her at IPW. Your first meeting, the Phone Count Anywhere, ended in a no contest when you got speared into an electrical box. The 3 stages of hell ended with you in victory. There is a tiebreaker that needs to be put in place. And then tonight for the world title, Gary O'Ule, are you ready for that? I have been waiting over 2 years to once again drop Finley and Kim on the back of her head. She came out here earlier and she shit-talked my girlfriend. She said I'm too in love to beat her. If anything, I have more to fight for now. I am fighting for she, and I am fighting to be an AWA First World Champion. I will kick her ass tonight. Gary O'Ule, the censors weren't ready for her, but Gary O'Ule, incredibly intense and focused here tonight. This is going to be a hell of a match, and that is coming up right now. I will send back now to the ring to James Page for tonight's main event, IHF World Heavyweight Championship Tournament Qualifier, the Royal Assassin, the Immortal. All the talking is done. The war of words between Finley and Kim and Gary O'Ule are over. All that's left now is to get into the ring and prove yourself in time for the main event. Finley and Kim was very nearly NAWA's last world champion before being cashed in on by Blake Thorne, who won the Emperor the Titan. Finley and Kim was, however, the last XWF women's champion. She had won the world title in IPW 3 times. And even had a very successful run in Second City Dojo. Gary O'Ule, she knows Finley and Kim well. Gary going to have to keep her head on a swivel, keep her eyes open. Because Finley and Kim's Immortalis, that spin kick that has yet to be kicked out of, can come at a moment's notice. You never know when she's going for it. Finley and Kim has so many discount moves in her arsenal that you don't know which ones you are at least relatively safe to let slip. And now you hear the war drum beating through the arena. beating like the hearts of 1,000 Mongolian soldiers. Gabriel Yule is here now. To conduct a symphony of destruction in the middle of this ring. Gabriel Yule wants to lay claim to that world title because she believes it belongs to her. Gabriel Yule is an anomaly in this tournament. She's the only one who had not won a world title before. She is Anarchy champion of IPW. She has won several championships in SCD. Never won a title here in NIRATIAS or in Premier. And the Royal Assassin looking now to become NIRATIAS' first world champion now. Here we go, we're off. Tie up in the middle of the ring. Tonight's main event. Of course, you know, sponsored by Premier, our network. Paramount Wrestling, Second City Dojo, NIRATIAS Corporation, all of them. All have eyes on this. This is the final first round match in the World Championship Tournament. The winner will be wrestling Evie Harris for the IHF World Heavyweight title on episode 4. She's going to be wrestling Evie in the next round. Finlay and Kim and Evie Harris have never wrestled each other one-on-one. Gabriel Yule, however, incredibly familiar with Evie Harris. When Gabriel Yule was destroyed by Finlay and Kim in IPW, it was Evie Harris that let Gabriel Yule live with her. Long before she met G, Gabriel Yule was living with Evie Harris as roommates when she first came to America. Evie took care of her after the brutal assault by Finlay and Kim on the better side of 4 years ago at IPW. They're absolute best friends. Whereas Finlay and Kim believe she cannot be the ace of the company until she beats Evie Harris. I believe all the women believe that in NIRATIAS. It's a big combo there from Gabriel Yule. Gabriel Yule pops up. Big head kick, big sequence between these two. This is the first pure wrestling match these two have ever had. All the other times they've wrestled each other have been under hardcore rules, or been under 3 stages of hell rules with an ambulance match. The first time they've ever wrestled each other one-on-one under traditional professional wrestling rules, and Gabriel Yule taking advantage here with the high flying. Gabriel Yule now. Springboard. Misses the enziguri. Or not the enziguri, the European uppercut. He's gonna try for it again. Gabriel Yule misses it again. Fan even baited her into it. Absolutely disgusting move there. Fan knew that she was going to dodge Gabriel. Gabriel popped back up with a knee. And a standing corkscrew moonsault. Into the cover now. 2. No, not quite a 2. Now right hand blocked. Super kick. Takes her down. Super kick again right to the mouth. And diving elbow by Finlay and Kim missed. Gabriel Yule now trying her hand to come up and get in the kick. Big side kick there on Finlay and Kim. 2, no. Right kick there, catches the foot of Gabriel Yola now fan submission move. Look at this. She got the sharpshooter locked in. Gabriel can't drag Fan along. She got too much leverage in Fanley and Kim. Now big right kicks here rather. And detonation kick. For good measure from Gabriel Yule now into the cover. 1, 2 count only. As big rocker dropper there from Gabriel Yule. I think Thomas J. Mitchell at Premier had a heart attack seeing that. Thinking about what that could have been. 180 diving splash, but her foot under the ropes. Now pops up into a Hurricane Rana. Gabriel Yule all over Fanley and Kim. Smart move there, putting herself between Fan and the ropes. However, only a 2 count. Fan in the ropes. We're separated there from Gabriel Yule. Body weight. Forcing her to kick out. Now big right overhead kick into. There it is. The Spanish Fly. 1, 2. That is one of Gabriel's favorite maneuver. Close 3 count there. Only at 2. That was a near miss for Fanley and Kim. Gabriel now up top. 180 frog splash again. Knees up. Ducks it. Super kick to the face. Fanley and Kim now. Big head kick there to Gabriel Yule, and now I think she's looking to finish her here with a bicycle knee. Into the cover now. 1, 2, not quite. For Fanley and Kim, it's now Fanley and Kim setting Gabriel up on the top rope. What is she going for here? Fanley and Kim. Gabriel hooked. Awesome bomb from the top rope. 1, 2. No, very close. For Fanley and Kim, Gabriel Yule hit with an awesome bomb. And once again, right back into that sharpshooter. Fanley and Kim, it's all over Gabriel Yule right now. And ripping away on that sharpshooter, trying to get her to tap out. But Gabriel slipping, once again, slipping out from under. Fanley and Kim now went for that moonsault kick. Again got caught. Stomped right to the gut. Right hand blocked. Right hand there from Gabriel. And a standing corkscrew moonsault there. Big overhand chop. Corkscrew moonsault. Or standing kick. Moonsault kick again. Gabriel rolled away mid. Oh, she clipped her with it. Went for that capo kick. She clipped Fan in the shoulder with it. Didn't take her down. Had to take her down with that combo at the end. Gabriel, no idea what Gabriel will go for there. Perhaps Phoenix cutter. She ate some G's. She's been known to use it. That moonsault kick again. Block the tornado kick. Big, disgusting lariat from Fanley and Kim. And Kim now, Doomsday Saito suplex. Dumping Gabriel Yule on the top of her head. 2, no. Gabriel Yule has been through hell in this one. With no Fanley and Kim. These two modern day gladiators in the theater of the dead. Kino der Toten. And, oh, Finley and Kim looking to end this. Immortalis? No, Gariel playing possum, faked it. Has her up. Wolf Totem. 1, 2, 3, and the Royal Assassin with the win. The Wolf Totem. She's also called it the Royal Storm. But Finley and Kim is out of the tournament either way. Gary O'Yule. A beautiful display from Gary O'Yule. She will now go on to face Evie Harris on episode 4. Thank you for watching. This is James Page signing off. Farewell, and thank you for watching.